Hi everybody, this is Sister Omi. I'm here to do the new moon reading for the sign of Pisces. And this new moon is in Aries. So Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. Let's just talk about this Aries new moon for a moment. So, something can make you want to run out, solve all your problems quicker than normal. Or quicker than natural, whatever. Just don't rush as if there was a deadline. Try to go slow and steady so you can decide what you want to do and proceed at a comfortable pace that's comfortable for you. All right? Now, also this new moon here in April is going to bring about opportunities for honor, wealth, promotion, and friends and business successes. But first, you're going to have to rid yourself of any fear, any self-doubt or pessimism. These are things that must be overcome with patience, perseverance, and hard work. So Pisces, at this new moon, you want to declare your independence. After all, it's your life, and you should be calling the shots. But before you rush and take charge of your destiny at this new moon, you need to take charge of your financial situation. It's a lot easier to do things when you're putting the bill, right? It's a lot easier to do things when you have your finances in order. So anything that's holding you back about self-doubt or being scared to handle it, thinking something bad gonna happen, handle it. It's time to get a grip on all of that stuff. So now is the time. And in doing so, these things like pessimism and self-doubt, it'll probably help erase those things, and you'll start feeling even better when you really look at the situation for what it is, because it may not be as bad as you think. Okay? But what we got here? 5 of water in reverse. So there's some sense of completion here, and you're being called upon here to tap into your own resourcefulness. You're being called upon here to be strong-willed. It's like, you see he's holding on to that branch to pull him up out the muck and mire. So maybe this is part with your finances. The only way you're going to do it is pull yourself up. You have to be resourceful. You have to be the one to get yourself out of the situation. And you can do it. You can absolutely do it. So this is calling on you to be single-focused. Regroup. Get your emotions in check and contemplate the steps you need to take. But you're going to have to be very strong in your mind. You can't say, for example, I'll use this as an example. You have to pay a bill and your girlfriend wants to go to dinner. You tell your girlfriend, I can't do it because I got to take care of this. You'll know if this is a valuable person if she can't understand that you have responsibilities. You have responsibilities. This is calling on you to be responsible, be strong-willed, and resourceful. The Ace of Chalice. Now, the cup is definitely half full, so there's some optimism here. And this is also about hope and healing. You're getting a fresh start. So emotionally, you're probably getting a fresh start. You're able to maybe heal some emotions. You're giving a chance to start over. This is also offers some great promise here. So if you're feeling hopeful about the news you're about to receive or you have received, you can expect great things in the future. So there's going to be some great relief. And I think that relief is going to be because you're going to take charge of your finances. You're going to pull yourself up from the bootstraps and all those things, self-doubt and pessimism. As you're pulling yourself up, you're going to realize how resourceful, how brilliant and sensitive you really are. So you have to rely on your intuition and your spiritual guidance for continued revelation. This is a gift here. You're getting a gift to move forward emotionally. So even with that, say it's in a relationship here, like, hey, you got bills to pay, you can't take your girlfriend somewhere. If she don't like it, hey, maybe that's the fresh start. Get rid of her. There's someone who understands life and is not living in illusion. That's what you need. You need someone centered and grounded. Now, the message from Spirit is the 5 of Swords. So be mindful of trickery and selfishness, any disagreements, or that attitude of being entitled, So what this is saying is you may be good and people know that you're good and people probably look up to you. But gloating about it isn't winning you any friends. Like that one-upmanship, I got boots. Oh, I got better boots. Someone who's always talking about they got something better. That doesn't win you any friends. People need you, but you need people just as much. So don't let your ego cloud your judgment and make you crazy. So this is about keeping your ego in check here. Share your knowledge and resources doesn't diminish your power. What diminishes your power if you can't check your ego? You got to be the best. I'm using these examples. I'm not saying you do that. Or on the other hand, you're always the victim. Oh, poor me. Oh, poor me. You have to take actions at this time to improve yourself, your self-esteem. You build yourself up here, so that you don't fall for the trickery. Now let's go back to the example that I use with this card right here. Say you have a girlfriend and she wants to go out to dinner and you got to pay, excuse me, you got to pay your bills. You really can't do it at this time, and you say it to her. Are you a person, you don't want to be set yourself up as a manipulation by sex? Because that's a form of power. People can use power over you and trick you. And then all of a sudden you go out, she's happy, but you all jacked up. And then you want to know why certain things happen, because you have to respect yourself. Respect yourself, others will respect you. And you don't have to be loud about it. Every time someone talks, you got to be one up. This is about correcting that self-doubt and pessimism, or how you see yourself, because there's no need for you to boast if you're okay with yourself. So actually, this is really pretty good. Take that and pull yourself up, being resilient. Realize you're getting an emotional fresh start right here. And people know you're good. You don't have to brag about it. Just keep doing it. So that you don't brag, so it don't set you up for trickery either. Being mindful. That's kind of interesting, Pisces. Okay. All right, so what I do is I tap into the getting grounded. So I pull a crystal and a tree. Now the crystal that I pulled was the Brandenburg Amethyst, which is the perfect blueprint. And that's what you need, a blueprint to move forward. First, you have to know you're perfect the way you are. Okay? You have to realize that. Don't fall into the pessimism and all that other stuff. Like, people will tell you you need to do something because they got issues. You have to be able to discern. So you're perfect exactly as you are in the present moment. Step onto your soul path and seize your future with potential. Self-discipline and clear focus bring your dreams to fruition. Aim for the highest. So this is saying also, go forward. Aim for the highest. Love yourself. The more you love yourself, the more love comes to you too. And you have a chance here with this Ace of Chalices or Ace of Cups to have a fresh new emotional start where you can rid yourself of all that pessimism, self-doubt, and know that you are good. You are perfect just the way you are. And I also pulled the alder tree. And it says a challenge. Now, what would be the challenge for you? Stepping into your own power? What would be the challenge? Not giving your power to other people? What would be the challenge here, Pisces? Especially if you're going to have to take charge of your own financial. You get your finances straight. Is that going to be the challenge? Getting them straight and being patient and resilient, knowing that you have the blueprint, you got a fresh emotional start, and you are resilient and you can go forward. Is all of this part of the challenge? Now, the alder tree is a symbol of strength and battle. So, showing this card tells me whatever this situation is, you're going to win. You may have an explosive argument with someone like gunpowder, because gunpowder is made from the alder tree, or was made back in the day. This is what they use, the alder tree, to make gunpowder. So you don't really want an explosive argument really at this time, because you're getting an emotional fresh start. What you want to do is to be able to step into your victory, step into your achievements, and realizing you're making a decision to move forward so that you could be your better self, your best self. The challenge is within you, because people are going to do what they're going to do, especially if you're feeling weak. That's when trickery can step in. But the thing is now finding your inner strength to eliminate the self-doubt, eliminate all that stuff to get your finances in order. And that's the challenge here. This is an inside job. This is not about proving anything to anybody. This is about quietly moving forward and taking care of your business. Now, I pulled 2 chakra cards, which I think is interesting because they both were from the same sector. This is the 5th chakra, the throat chakra, how you communicate. Is that what needs to change? How you communicate? How do you communicate your feelings and thoughts? How do you speak creatively? How do you speak up, or do you speak up? Release. This is breath, doing some breath exercising. Breathing is the life force, and it's healing. So this is the throat chakra. This is also your ears, your neck, your respiratory system, allergies and things like that. So the first card here is isolation. And I don't know if you're isolating. It's really, do you know the difference between isolation and solitude? You know, because what this is saying, this is basically there's a childlike playfulness that's hidden, and maybe you need to let it out. This card also denotes a wealth of ability to do a lot of things well, which we already know that with the, the 5 of Swords, but just don't boast about it. Trust and loyalty are indicated here. And you have great capacity to heal. So you have the capacity here. I say, if instead of isolation, let's look at solitude. Take moments of solitude while you're getting your finances in order. Take those moments to communicate. Say, to go back to that example I used, you tell your girlfriend your money's tight right now because you got a bill to pay. And you could tell her in a way like, once I get over this hurdle, or through this particular period, I'd love to take you out. Right now, I'm not. It's how you're going to communicate that. How are you communicating that? And some communication is nonverbal also, because people are going to realize or say, well, where's so-and-so? That person is busy. Just because you don't hear them, you're usually the ones that really are doing the work sometime. But this also, again, with both of these cards in the throat chakra, this next one is truth. What is your truth? I think it's interesting because we got the fire burning here and the water over here. So there's that passion and emotion that has to be articulated, articulating your truth. What is your truth, Pisces? You know, there's truth in every moment. There's always a challenge to unravel truth and understand what it means to you. But everyone has their own perception as to what is truth. Maybe you're feeling confused at this time due to taking on another person's point of view instead of taking your own or their personal truth regarding a situation. You're so busy listening to other people's opinions, you need to determine what is your opinion. Let's go back to the guy whose girlfriend wants to take him out. Does he always take on what she says, or is it like, do you have an opinion of your own? What is your own truth? This is the things that build up your self-esteem and that area of pessimism and self-doubt. What is your truth? Maybe this is saying take the time and communicate with yourself and find out what your truth is. Now with this chakra, since you got two, the isolation and truth, I would just say, this would be good for drinking some herbal teas and doing deep breathing exercise, because this is your life force. Will also help you clear the energy, help you clear your path so you can meet the challenge head on, help you clear your path so you can always see what that perfect blueprint is, help you clear your path so that you can pull yourself out of this situation, and it would be obvious to most people how strong-willed and strong and resolute that you really are. And you're going to take that initiative here for a new emotional start. And you're going to charge forward. And you're going to be devoid of ego, because you're going to be so focused on what you're doing. When you look up, people are going to be like, oh my God, you did so much. And you were only focusing on your work. You're not focused on letting everyone know what you're doing. That's the ego. So sometimes what we communicate is like, I really would like to catch up with you later, but I got some things I got to tend to. Keep it simple, Handle your business. That's what this is saying. Handle your business. Life is such, we all have setbacks and things like that. That's shown here. So use your strong will. And then move forward from a new emotional place. Secure in yourself. And know that you don't have to let ego cloud your judgment and make you crazy. Share your knowledge and your resources does not diminish your power. What diminishes your power if you're giving up your resources and you don't have enough to handle your own business. So this is what you want to do. You want to get your